Are we good to go?
Yes, sir.
Right. Good morning, everybody. Um, I will take a few minutes to give you a little bit of background on uh, where we have been in the last few months. And it will also, I hope, lay the context behind why we are meeting today. So this is something that all of you are familiar with. We've been working with you for many, many years. You know that Inecom India was a JV set up in 2006 with Inecom Singapore, and we are an exclusively SAP Business One company. A few things have happened in the last 18 months, one of which is that we have also got ourselves certified both in India and the UAE on SAP's S/4HANA public cloud solution, which is SAP's product for the mid-market, typically companies with turnovers in excess of 500 crores. This is one major achievement in the last 18 months. And as you know, we have had only one alliance with one company only, that is SAP. That has since changed. We have added two more new alliances to Inecom, one of which is MyWave, which is SAP's preferred AI partner for Business One. We have been working with them for the last 8 or 9 months, and we have come up with some amazingly beautiful solutions. There is a webinar announced on MyWave for the 1st of October. I highly recommend that all of you join that. There are some mind-boggling solutions that will be on display then. But more about that on the 1st of October. Let me give the context of today's meeting, which is with respect to BoyMIT. Inecom Singapore was sold in February 24. As a result, a number of add-ons that were available to us from Singapore are no longer available. There is no panic within the installed customer base. The installed customer base will continue to be supported, but I do not expect any significant enhancements in those solutions. In a way, it was good because once that the access to those add-ons was stopped, it made us look outside our comfort zone. And BoyMIT, which actually is a very old partner of Inecom, but very dormant, that relationship has been revived. And there are some amazing solutions from this company that we have now come to embrace, particularly the WMS solution, the advanced warehouse management solution, also with barcoding for tracking inventory movement, and also a very low-cost barcoding solution for tracking inventory movement using handheld devices. But the solution that I'm most excited about is Netronic, which is the webinar for today. Netronic is a production planning and scheduling system. I don't want to hijack the presentation of my colleagues from BoyMIT who are on this conference today. So I'll hand you over to the two gentlemen from BoyMIT. One is Vivek. Vivek Vashisht is the Asia Pac sales head for BoyMIT, and David Webb. Don't confuse him with the Jason Bourne movies. David Patterson Webb. He is the product expert of Netronic. He's joining us from Melbourne. Vivek, it's over to you.
Thank you, Shishiji. Good morning, everyone. Let me quickly share my screen and let me present. Thank you. I hope you guys can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Right, perfect. Great. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking our time to join on this webinar today. It's great to have all of you on this webinar. And as Shishiji said, today we are here to present Netronic Manufacturing, which is a seamless production and scheduling software solution by BoyMIT Solutions. Quickly to introduce myself, my name is Vivek. I take care of India and Southeast Asia business for BoyMIT. It's been near about 4 years for me to be associated with BoyMIT Solutions, and I've been working very, very closely with partners like Inecom India and UAE, of course. Moving on, I'll quickly give you a glimpse of who is BoyMIT, who we are, what we do. So a quick timeline on our journey about BoyMIT Solutions. So we started off our business with SAP Business One in 2003, where we became the value-added reseller. And later on, we became the ISV or SSP, as they call, in 2007 with our proprietary horizontal solution, which is B1 Usability Package, which is an a customization tool for SAP Business One, which can obviously do much more beyond that, but that will be for another day. In 2016, we acquired a vertical manufacturing software solution called BIAS Manufacturing, which has been in the industry for, I think, close to 3 decades now. Uh, in 2018, we acquired another solution that Shishiji was talking about, Prodimix WMS and Prodimix Scan. So there are two solutions under the Prodimix umbrella. Prodimix WMS, which is an advanced warehouse management solution, and Prodimix Scan, which is a low cost and a basic scanning tool for SAP Business One. Moving on, in 2020, we launched Boyum Cloud Apps, which now has been merged with Netronic Manufacturing because we have acquired Netronic Manufacturing in 2024. But in 2022, we also acquired a solution called My Paperflow, which has now been named as Lexana, which is an intelligent document management solution. In 2023, we acquired Perfian PIM, which is a powerful standard software to manage your product data across different platforms, be it your e-commerce, web shop, or ERP. And in 2024, we acquired Netronic, which is a leading production scheduling software. So cloud apps, the Boyum Cloud apps, have been now merged with Netronic, and therefore it's called Netronic Manufacturing as a solution. Now, what is the vision of Boyum IT as a company? We, look forward to inspire companies to achieve sustainable growth and a competitive advantage, not just today and now, but also in the future. And our mission is to become the most professional and reliable partner in across the ecosystems for providing hybrid value chain solutions, the product value chain solutions that not just solve the business challenges, but also create long-lasting experiences and impact on their businesses, the positive impact. So the product value chain, what do we mean by the product value chain? So we have this platform called Product Value Chain where we have introduced products for every stage of the business, right from the innovation stage through to production, quality, logistics, and launch. So when you talk about the innovation, production, and quality, we cover that by Netronic Manufacturing. And if we talk about the launching of the product, we of course have Perfian PIM, which helps the customers to launch their products and take their products and the idea to the market much, much faster. So we bring products to life. That is our, motto of, providing solutions, the innovative solutions to the customers. We are trying to connect people with purpose by focusing on the why element and enable products that comes to life. And we are trying to elevate great products into extraordinary lifelong experiences and create those amazing experiences for the customers. Now let's talk about Netronic Manufacturing. What is Netronic Manufacturing? It's a solution that delivers an end-to-end solution for manufacturers through 4 integrated role-based applications, mainly build, schedule, produce, and inspect. Now, these applications are built on industry best practices and are designed to enhance your ERP system like SAP Business One. Now, how do we do this? How do we support your product journey? How do we, help you with it? So Netronic Manufacturing guides all the manufacturers from the first idea all the way to finished high quality products delivered on time. With advanced tools for product development, the solution helps teams quickly plan, detail, and release new products to production, ensuring clarity and collaboration at each step. The integrated applications help teams capture product requirements, manage bill of materials, create operation plans, and seamlessly transition designs to manufacturing, all in one connected workflow. Now, the Build app in particular structures product development activities, keeps everyone aligned on progress, and accelerates getting products ready for production. Whereas Schedule and Produce modules ensure that manufacturing orders are efficiently managed, resources are allocated, and operations run smoothly for timely output. The fourth app, which is Inspect, which is for quality control, the quality assurance is embedded at every stage of your business, enabling production teams to maintain rigorous quality standards and deliver products that meet or exceed your customer expectations. Now, Netronic Manufacturing's technology turns your manufacturing vision into tangible outcomes by connecting innovation, operational excellence, and reliable delivery so that teams can work faster, make smarter decisions, and ensure production flows efficiently from design through to customer, bringing innovative, high-quality products to life. So that's what Netronic Manufacturing in a nutshell is all about. And what all industries do we serve? So we serve wholesale distribution, pipes, valves, plumbing, high-tech electronics, industrial machinery, metal processing, of course, manufacturing services, furniture, medical devices, wood processing, glass and building, concrete, and automotive aftermarket, and much more beyond that. And we have customer success stories across, different industries and different verticals of the market. With that, I would like to bring and invite my colleague, David Webb, to do his magic on the product and showcase the product today. Thank you. Over to you, David.
Thanks, Vivek. I fear you might have stolen some of my thunder. But anyway, let's share. All right. Let's go to that to come up. Anyway. All right. So we might be overlapping a little bit, but that's all good. Okay. All right. Netronic Manufacturing, as Vivek mentioned, consists of build, schedule, produce, and inspect, all for SAP Business One, with seamless production, infinite possibilities, and we're talking about cloud manufacturing. Today, we'll provide you with an overview of the entire Netronic Manufacturing Solution of integrated applications that include the 4 apps. However, we will be giving you some additional focus on the schedule and produce applications in particular. So, Netronic Manufacturing is a cloud-based solution previously referred to as Cloud Apps, but has now been renamed due to the incorporation of our schedule solution. It provides full integration with SAP Business One for manufacturing processes. So let's look at the why, the how, and the what in a bit more detail. So why? From innovation to production, for on-time delivery, we help you bring your products to life. How? By empowering efficient workflows through streamlined processes within a reliable and transparent cloud-based environment to drive accelerated growth. And the what? It helps you enhance your manufacturing processes, ensuring excellence across every stage of your production phases, enabling real-life experiences. With the Netronic Manufacturing consisting of 4 separate applications, that provides a complete solution of integrated apps. But let's have a look at each one in a little more detail. First, we have Build. This app provides complete and accurate information to achieve smoother production workflows. You use the solution to create items, resources, and operations with full real-time integration to SAP. Further, you use it to set up, manage, and monitor product creation requests, set up bills of material, perform cost calculations, and release products to production. Then next we have schedule, used to effectively optimize resources and achieve reliable delivery time commitments based on powerful scheduling with finite capacity planning. Functions include calculate accurate and dependable delivery time estimates to customers, coordinate and optimize the production schedule to ensure efficient use of resources, adjust the schedule to accommodate limited machine and labor capacities, track real-time progress and adjust as needed, collaborate with purchasing, sales, and shop floor teams to ensure alignment and address any issues, and identify and resolve bottlenecks for smoother operations. Then we have produce. This enables real-time management and tracking of production orders to enhance shop floor performance. Features include interactive dashboard views, management review of all transactions against production orders, collection reporting for checking and working with production data, the ability to assign resources to operators, full operator management for all production operations. And then we have inspect. This is used to boost productivity and decision-making and quality control by automating inspections and optimizing data collection. Features include setups for inspection operators, quality controls that include the ability to introduce alternative measurement units beyond those that we see in the ERP, highly configurable quality control, sampling plans and inspection plans, and other features include manual and automatic creation of inspection orders, full management of inspection orders, including releasing, tracking, and finalization. These apps can be used independently of each other or all together. However, it is recommended that both schedule and produce be acquired and implemented together as a minimum solution. The ultimate benefit, of course, is to use all applications together. Here we see a schematic of the integration landscape showing all 4 applications with their relationship map to the ERP for sales, purchasing, production, inventory, and delivery. With each app in the solution, we've got some additional slides here that summarize the pain points experienced and their main benefits. However, for this presentation, we'll focus on the details for schedule and produce in particular. And here we see the pain points and benefits for the build solution, which we'll leave for you to review at your leisure when we share a copy of the presentation after today's demonstration. But let's give some focus now on scheduling, and first we look at the pain points. These include no visibility into current and planned shop floor operations, no tools to master dynamic scheduling needs, failure to meet delivery schedules, dealing with finite resources, and you want to avoid overloading machines and workforce. Trying to manage multiple variables and dependencies, not being able to reschedule production jobs quickly due to unexpected issues such as machine breakdowns or other delays. Difficulties in being able to track real-time progress and status of all production orders. Ensuring timely, accurate information flows between your departments. So, now then, what are some of the main benefits? It ensures reliable delivery time schedules. You have clear visibility into the production schedule and progress. You gain optimal use of resources and reduce downtime. You will have real-time data and insights for informed scheduling adjustments. Streamline communications with other departments and stakeholders. Ultimately, you will realize higher on-time delivery rates, efficient scheduling, leading to more reliable delivery times. Next, let's look at produce, shop floor management, and summarize the pain points. These include being restricted to manual methods of communicating the backlogs from planning to production, no real-time visualization of production processes, viewing, prioritizing, and releasing production orders is historically cumbersome, too much paperwork in manually recording time and materials on printed production orders, and changes to production processes are not immediately visible for time-critical processes. So let's summarize the main benefits for produce. These include being able to better prioritize production orders, controlling the sequence and visibility on the shop floor, paperless collection of production data, access instructions, schematics, material and resource requirements online. Remove the heavy reliance on Excel sheets and paper. Reduce errors in your data collection. Connect to the shop floor in real time, improve team involvement, transparency, and efficiency, and gain immediate insights into shop floor activities that include monitoring all production processes and being able to check time and material costs. Lastly, we have inspect, but as for build, we'll leave this for you to peruse in follow-up. Now, I'm just going to stop sharing and just check my settings for a second. Just a minute. I need to check my settings for a second. Vivek, I might hand back to you for a minute and just see if there's any Q&A before we actually start the next part of the presentation.
Sure. Thanks, David. All right. In case anyone wants to know anything about Netronic up until now, all that you have seen on the screens, please feel free to ask questions or drop in your questions on the chat box, and either we can take it now or we can also open the forum for Q&A towards the end of the session.
One point that I wanted to add or remind actually that this is a cloud-based solution. So really nothing needs to be installed on your infrastructure. The software is hosted by MIT and it connects directly to your SAP Business One, be it on cloud or on premise. So effectively no infrastructure needs at your end.
All right, we're ready to move to the next part. If there are no questions at this stage, but we are going to open at the end for a full Q&A. So the next section is we'll present, and then if you can hold your questions sort of right to the end, then we'll see how we go there. All right. So before we present to you all the solutions working together in motion, let's first provide a more distinct focus on the schedule application itself, one that demonstrates its relationship with SAP Business One. This takes another perspective viewpoint and presents key aspects of the software that highlight the integration and how it adds additional functional value to the core SAP Business One solution that would otherwise be unavailable. And then we'll take, the next part where we view all the four applications working together, we'll see a slightly different viewpoint. Okay, let's kick it off. For today's presentation, we will focus on the schedule application itself. This is the newest component that has been recently added to the solution of integrated apps. It offers core functionality as it adds finite scheduling for the SAP Business One ecosystem. Let us now take a look. Here we see the schedule interface. In our example that we are presenting today, it is integrated and connected with SAP Business One. Schedule has many views. For example, we have the resource-centric view, both in summary and detailed group views. This view will display all those resources that were defined in SAP Business One as workforce and machines. In the Gantt chart timeline that we see at the top here, we can zoom in and out, then hover and drill down to reveal more information in the views. In the second group-centric view, we can look at the groupings of various resources of labour and equipment. Then we have the production order view, also referred to as the jobs view. Each production order imported from SAP Business One gets allocated a unique priority sequence ID and will be displayed on a separate line. The assigned resources to the production order in SAP Business One will be viewable in the schedule solution. This then allows us to view the available capacity for each day in the standard working calendar, including any exceptions. Adding new production orders in SAP Business One will impact the existing list of jobs we see in the schedule. Let's see the impact of that. Switching over to SAP Business One, we will look at entering a new transaction. Then we will bring it into schedule. In SAP Business One, we are looking at the manufacturing module, and in particular, we are viewing production orders. Let's quickly create a new production order and then see how we can bring that into the schedule solution instantly when we are ready to proceed. We will select a bike, change the quantity to 4, and as this is a high priority order, the requested due date is updated to be within 2 to 3 days. We add the transaction to the SAP Business One system. Now, let's go back to Netronic Schedule. Then via the integration, we will update the schedule list of production orders. We will select Update, then select the option to import from SAP Business One. In the first instance, newly imported production orders will be brought in and added to the end of all existing scheduled production orders. It will also be signed with the lowest priority and given the next available sequence number, which will appear last. It will most likely be delayed because of the tight due date deadline requested. As we scroll down and expand the view, we can indeed see that it is at the end of the scheduled list of production orders. We can verify that the task is identified in the list with the last priority sequence number, which was allocated automatically by the system. We identify that there is currently a bottleneck indicated. We can make use of reprioritization to reset the sequence priority. There are a couple of ways that we can do this. One method is to simply drag and drop a production order to any high position, and the system will automatically resequence that priority based on the position that we drag it to. This method, though quick and easy, is less likely to resolve the schedule conflict delay and could then require further additional adjustments. Therefore, a better method is to click on the sequence number ID, which will open a dialog. In the dialog window that appears, we select the option Get Critical Sequence Number. This will utilize the intelligence of the solution to calculate a more accurate minimum sequence number change that will then allow the order to be completed in the time to meet the required deadline. In our example, we see that the higher priority sequence needed is literally 1, which means it has to be moved to the first position in the list. We confirm that we wish to proceed by selecting OK. We see the impact of the change in the existing scheduled tasks list. Any new conflicts, if any, for other production order job lines that cause delays will be highlighted. Expanding the view to look at the detail of our changed job line, we see that we are conflict-free, which is great to see. Further, we see that we will be able to ship out the high priority order in time to meet the due date deadline. I'm going to move now to the next section. So now let's look at the entire Netronic manufacturing package of integrated apps. The following demonstration of the software will provide you with a good understanding of how all the solutions now work together. We'll start with build. We'll move on to schedule to look at some additional features that we didn't see in the previous video that we just showed you. Then we'll move to produce, and we'll finish off with inspect. The presentation of each is at a high level. However, we feel that it will still give you a good overview and understanding of the functionality and features on offer. So let's kick this off.
Hello?
Hello. I think David sir is facing some issue
Yeah,
while
yeah,
sharing the screen.
yeah.
So meanwhile, if anybody have any doubts or want to ask something, please share your thoughts in chat box or Q&A session.
Yeah, let's make the session more interactive.
So everybody, please feel free to drop your question in the chat window or Q&A window.
I'm pausing. Are we good to continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if we can just, any questions you have, like I think I just heard you put them in the chat window and we'll address them at the end. Thank you.
And please stay tuned until the very end. We have some exciting news for all of you who are here attending the session today.
So I'm going to pause. I'm getting, is there a question or?
No? We can go ahead, David.
Go ahead.
Yep.
All right. Okay then. Perhaps if we mute until we will open to full Q&A at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Kindly write it down if you have any question about this webinar or you want to know more about like Netronic. So please write it down in the chat box.
And if no questions are there, probably some feedback for us to go back and, analyze if we have to do something else on presenting, or
Right.
maybe if you want to see any other product, maybe Prodimex, the next time we can curate another webinar for that as well.
Are we pausing here?
Now I think we are good to go, David.
Okay. Perhaps if we just try and hold any questions to the end, with consideration to other people listening. Yeah, that would be good. Thank you.
So Nupur have asked this question like while using this integration, are there any accounting entries involved?
Sorry?
So Nupur Pitkar, she asked one question in Q&A that while using this integration like Netronic, there are any accounting entries involved?
I'll take that question.
Yes.
Mr. Pitta, yes, you see the cost of production is dependent upon the time you have taken to complete an operation. So there is a cost associated with every resource per hour. And in the Netronic produce system, you will specify the amount of time that you took for that resource to complete an operation. That will hit the WIP entry in SAP Business One. And finally, the overall cost of production for that particular production order will also come from Netronic. The material cost will come from SAP and the resource cost from Netronic. So most of the entries relating to production are handled in the Netronic system, whether it is releasing a production order, whether it is completing an operation or closing a production order. And as David said, while this particular webinar is going to focus primarily on schedule and produce, there is also an inspect, which is nothing but a quality control system. It's a quality control system which you can use for performing quality control on GRPOs, purchase material, WIP processes, and at the end of production, the finished good quality as well. And then the quality data is pushed into SAP Business One, into user-defined tables, from where you can produce customized certificate of compliance or certificate of inspection or quality certificates.
Okay, if there are no more questions,
Are we able to?
let's proceed.
Are we able to continue?
Yeah.
Yes, David,
Okay.
you're good to go. If you're ready, we're ready.
Sorry.
If you're ready, let's proceed.
Okay, let's proceed. Appreciate your questions, really do. But try and just for continuity, if we can hold off to the end, because we do open for full Q&A at the end. Thank you.
So I'll say thank you, David sir and Vivek sir, for such insightful session for today. And everyone, if you have any further queries, please let me know or add in the chat box. So the concerns
Yeah,
are
yes,
there
Santa,
and they
we
will
will
help
ask.
you.
Santa, they will
Yeah.
ask questions. We've asked them
Yes.
many times. So relax. Let
Yes.
David settle down. They will ask questions if they have.
Okay. Got it.
I'm going to pause again. What was that? Was there another question?
No, David, there was no question.
Sorry?
There was no question.
Okay.
David, are you presenting? Because I can't see anything on my side. Sorry. Can't hear you, David.
So can you see it or not?
Yep. Now it is visible.
So how long has that gone on for? Do I need to go back a bit?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
You
ever
want me to
since you
restart
paused
it
for the first time. Not from the beginning, no.
from where we are at produce?
Yeah.
Netronic Manufacturing consists. These include manager and operator. Let us first look at produce manager. Here we have the main set of dash. I'll pause to check. You can see it, you can hear it.
Yes.
Okay. Towards on the produce home screen. We see panels with graphs representing production orders, on time and not on time, priorities such as low, medium, and high, highlights such as for missed start date and due today, resources and operators. In the next view, we look at the list of production orders sorted by order number. The view includes customer name if relevant, item code and name, operation status, priority. If highlighted by a solid background, it indicates that it has been manually set. Units of measure, start and due dates, visibility, and release to shop floor status. Jumping into the detail of one of the production orders, we see the work steps, which include phases such as material provision, assembly, and packing. We can expand the view and look at the details of the steps such as resources and materials to be consumed, which can be done manually or automatically. We see these materials are serial number managed in this example. Batch managed items are also catered for. Back at the production order's main view, we will release an order by approving it, ready for it to be worked on. The order, now approved, will be available for the operators to work on. We also see another order here in the list that is in progress and is being worked on. Taking a quick look at the operator management, we see name, card number ID that they will use to access the produce operator environment. There are settings for the related SAP login for the user. We can define specific resource visibility if desired. If blank, then the operator will see all resources. We can define permissions that govern allowances for time changes enablement on jobs and whether multiple operations can be performed. Switching to the produce operator, when the operator logs in, they see on the main view a list of their operations at the top, followed by a listing of all operations, where they can switch views between all operations and those that are ready to start. Clicking on one of the operations to expand the view, we see the following details: planned, remaining, completed, and scrapped quantities. Resources. Materials that include suggestions for serial numbered and batch managed items. We have the flexibility to make manual selections and adjustments to those that we wish to consume. From the expanded view, we can start and stop the operation, then define whether there are more works required or whether we wish to finish off the operation. We will record that more work is required, update the completed quantity and any scrap if relevant. The time spent on the job is calculated by the system. However, if allowed in the permissions, we can change the time manually to actual time spent on the job. Next, we see material usage. Jumping into it, we can adjust and change the selection. For the sake of the presentation, we accidentally select 2 to highlight an exception that will be reported by the system to the operator. We get the notification that more than expected has been used. We go back, make the correction, and then complete the booking. Switching back to Produce Manager, we see the status of the production order has been updated. We can click on the order and drill right down to view all the details of the production order processes involved. We see a lot of information available to us, recorded right down to the micro level. Back at Produce Operator. Looking at another operation that has already started, we can see an inspection order is linked to it. We can jump into the inspection order directly from this screen on the link provided. This production order has some instructions recorded with it. Each instruction is a separate text line in SAP Business One. It can also contain a link such as we see here for a specification diagram, but it can be used for any type of document as well. Inspect. There are 2 components to the Inspect application: Manager and Operator. Let us first look at Inspect Operator. We are looking at the inspection order that was created for the production order that we were just looking at. An inspection order can consist of multiple components or attributes. In the first attribute for packaging, we can pass the inspection or mark it as failed and select a predefined defect reason. In the second component, defined as a measurement on equipment, and for this example, we have power consumption, there is an expected test range set. By entering a value that is within the allowed range, the system will automatically mark it as passed. We can then select the equipment from the predefined list that was used for the test. After recording the update, we can jump into the next inspection order. Switching to Inspect Manager, on the main home screen, we see several dashboards that cover open inspection orders, order pass rate, top defects, item and supplier performance indicators. Clicking on the inspection orders view, we have an overview that consists of a list of inspection orders with their ID, related product code and name, creation date and creation type, related quantity and unit of measure, inspection works in progress status of the orders and their results, whether the inspection order is released for work and whether it is waiting to be finalised. Clicking on inspection order 89 that we just updated earlier, we see the results of the test we just completed. Because Inspect is a cloud solution and there are no mechanisms in place in SAP Business One, all the setup needs to be configured within the solution itself. These include inspection plans, sample plans, automations, equipment, etc. Let us first look at the inspection plans. They consist of one or more attribute tests, one or more measurement tests. We predefine the defects and the equipment lists to be used, the pass-fail tolerances and targets. Next, looking briefly at the sampling plans, we can have simple and or complex plans. We can define percentage and or fixed value calculations on requirements for sample sizes needed for each inspection. Under automation, we can define whether an inspection plan is automatically generated on transactions created in SAP Business One. These include goods receipts, during production, production receipts. The automation rules include details such as name, links to the inspection and sample plans to be generated, conditions that need to be met before the automation is triggered, multiple individual and groups of conditions can be defined, which include items, item groups, item properties, suppliers, and condition groups. Extended rules for automation can be applied to streamline operations and provide tighter operation controls, such as the operator being prevented from completing the production order until all inspection plans have been finalised, automatically closing inspection orders if they have passed, or, in the scenario of receipts, automatically release batches should an inspection plan pass successfully. Additional setup options include measurement units as alternatives to those found in the ERP, equipment to be used for inspection processes, setup for inspection operators. These will synchronize with the employee setup in the SAP Business One Human Resources module. This completes the overview presentation on Netronic Manufacturing for SAP Business One. Thank you for watching. All right. I'll open the floor. I just need to change my audio settings for Vic, so maybe I'll hand over to you
sure.
temporarily.
Thank you, David. Thank you so
Thanks.
much for that presentation. All right. We would like to invite questions now.
So one question is, does it work with the SAP Business One SQL version?
Yeah. Yes, it does. So all our products from Boyam IT works on both SQL as well as HANA.
So if there are no more questions, I'll just present my last slide.
Yep.
We can still ask questions after that if required. Somebody tell me if my screen is visible.
Yep, it is visible.
Oh dear. I should really get rid of the iPad.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Just one second. So this is where we were. I have just one more slide to talk about, which basically talks a little bit about the commercials. So as you realize, the Netronic solution is a software as a service application, it's a subscription software. You have the options of subscribing for 3, 12, 36, or 60 months. Obviously, longer subscriptions have lower prices. And the price includes the software license, the infrastructure, and the support. As I mentioned, there is no load on your existing infrastructure to use Netronic. It is hosted and managed by MIT. Billing is quarterly in advance. And this is the special offer. We are looking for our first Netronic site. As I said, I'm very excited about the Netronic solution. And therefore, we are offering to the first customer for the full suite shall be offered free implementation. Not that the implementation is going to be very long, but nonetheless, whatever it takes is going to be free of cost to the first customer. And MIT is chipping in with another offer, which is all orders placed all on before 31st of October. We'll have a discount on the software license of 10%. So that completes today's presentation. If there are questions, we'll take them now, or we'll pass the agreed timeline by 5 minutes already.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, David.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, sorry. It's the trouble with having to switch around on audio settings. I just wanted to say we can provide a full presentation, a recording of the presentation, along with the PowerPoint slides, an edited, cut-down version, without any of the challenges we had today. If anyone wants, to access a copy of that. Often when on a second view, there's follow-up questions that come out of that, and we're more than happy to, deal with any questions and follow up to today. You might think of something after today's event, and you field those, and we will commit to come back to you at the earliest to answer your any questions you may have.
And if the solution appeals to you and you want to have a more detailed look, specifically with your data, then please reach out to us. Our manufacturing consultant for Netronic is Shubham, who is on this call, and he will sit with you, work with you, and put together a demo that is specific to your environment.
All right, I think there are no questions as of now, but as Shishirji said, in case you want a more detailed demo session one-to-one, we can do that. Please connect back with Shubham of Inecom, and he can arrange that for you really quickly. And with that, I think let's wrap up today's session. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It was great to present about Netronic Manufacturing. Let's talk more about Netronic soon enough. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Shishirji.
Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Thanks, David.
Vivek, David, thanks, Vachan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.